Strat-O-Matic Excel Carryover League. Brought to you by the Shrimp Troller. 1972 to 1975.
Game 356, Dodgers at Padres. Welcome back, baseball fans. 1972-75 Carryover League, live in the National League. Tonight, a series between the Dodgers and the Padres out west. We're just going to go right into this one because it's kind of a long pregame. Game one, look, it's the Dodgers of the 70s, Padres of the 70s. You guys know the storyline. I don't need to do any more, right? Game one, Ed Sprague, a free agent for the Padres. Dandy Don Sutton. In this one, second inning, doubles by Say and Davis, get a couple runs in. RBI single Garvey in the third for a third run. And an RBI double by DH Bob Hansen in the sixth. That's 4 runs. Plenty, finally, for Don Sutton. Don Sutton, a CGSO. 5 hits, 2 walks, and 5 Ks. And Don Sutton wins, his first game of the year. That's right. He's now 1-5 at this point with a 1.64 ERA. Because the Dodgers have been absolute crap this year, folks. Total crap. But with this win over the, in air quotes, lowly Padres, the Dodgers reach 500. Well, folks, don't mess with the Padres. Don't freaking mess with the San Diego Padres, folks. They'll humble you. They'll embarrass you. So let's go see what happened in Game 2. Okay, Game 2. Randy Jones, well, there you go, versus, there used to be a song by a band called Simple Minds. It went, "Don't you forget about me." And that's the theme song for Claude Osteen. Claude Osteen of the Dodgers, their number 4 starter, behind Sutton, behind Messersmith, behind Tommy John. Look, Claude Osteen was a 20-game winner in 72, very old by then, with a 2.64 ERA. He's the best number 4 starter in the entire sport. Don't forget about Claude. In this one, it's a tight one. Padres, road team. They get a 2-run double by Cito Gast one. Dodgers tied at 2 with a Ron Say 2-run double. Dodgers take a lead on a Bill Russell homer and then an RBI single by Davey Lopes. This thing's 4-2, and we're thinking, Claude Osteen to the Dodger bullpen. What could possibly go wrong? Osteen leaves after 6 2/3, 6 hits and 2 runs. Brought in, Frank Lindsay gets a batter out, and then Charlie Huff gives up a double and a double. It's 4-3 with a runner on second and 2 outs. And the Dodgers summon their closer, Jim Brewer, to face Jim Fregosi. Dinger! 2-run homer off of Jim Brewer. And what did the Dodgers do after the deflating home run? They just melted. They just melted. Out off of Randy Jones. Then they bring in their closer, some guy named Vicente Romo. Out. Last 10 batters of the Dodgers, all out. Padres get a split in Hell A. And now let's see the fun stuff that happens in the land of the yacht rock, as you can tell in the background. Game number 3. It's going to be Andy Messersmith versus Dave Freisleben. The Dodgers get rolling early in the second inning. Crawford single, Say walk, 2-run double Willie Davis, RBI single Joe Ferguson, 3-zip. But then in the 5th, Messersmith with a shutout. 2 outs. 1 more out to qualify for a win even. A double, a walk, and with the bases loaded, it's a 2-out, 3-run double by Dave Roberts. Not the pitcher, the hitter. And it's 4-3. No big deal, right? 7th inning. Steve Garvey adds a solo homer. And it's 5-3. And then in the 8th inning, an RBI by Beauchamp. It's 6-3. What could possibly go wrong? Well, bottom of the 8th inning, you get a LaRon Lee triple, Nate Colbert, 2-run dinger, MVP candidate and all-star Nate Colbert makes it 6-5. A single after 2 outs, an error on Charlie Huff, an error on Steve Garvey, the Gold Glover, and then a sac fly. The game's tied. Then in the 9th inning, top of the 9th, what did the Dodgers do after losing the lead? They just melted. Strikeout, fly out, ground ball. Bottom of the 9th, Padres, walk, RBI double, Adrian Garrett. The Padres come back and win again. 7-6, and it's only getting better, folks. Game 4. Don Sutton back on short rest against Brent Strom in this one. Adrian Garrett, dinger! Top of the 4th. Lopes, singles, steals, a walk, and a 2-run single by Willie Davis. Dodgers have a 2-1 lead in the 5th. Double single, double Garvey. 4-1 Dodger lead. What could possibly go wrong? Johnny Grubb, sac fly in the 6th. It's 4-2. Doesn't matter. You got Don Sutton out there. What happens at the bottom of the 6th? Ken McMullen leads off. Rolls on the Sutton card. 1-1. Fly ball the rest. Gets the triple. Rolls on the Sutton card. Fly ball B. Gets a run in probably. Bottom of the 8th. Dave Winfield. Dinger! Bottom of the 9th. In a 4-3 game. Dave Roberts. Dinger! We're tied! And what do the Dodgers do in the top of the 10th after relinquishing the lead? They just melted. Walk, caught stealing, strikeout, ground ball. Then after 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th, Dave Winfield for a 2nd time. Dinger! The San Diego Padres, 5 runs, 5 hits. Dinger, triple, dinger, dinger, dinger off of Don Sutton, who threw a complete game. Don Sutton, 9 2/3. He pitched 29 1/3 innings. 29 1/3 outs. 9 2/3 innings pitched. 5 hits, 5 runs, a walk, 12 strikeouts. It's been that kind of a disaster for the Dodgers this year, last year. They are the most underachieving Strat-O-Matic team in my history that I can recall. Here we go. Here they are again. Look at this Dodger team. Padres caught them. Padres are at 500. They got wild card thoughts in their heads, folks. And break up the Padres. 3 straight comeback wins after the 8th inning. That's got to count for something, folks. So we got a Game 5 today. Game 5 in the land of Yacht Rock today on short rest. Again, don't forget about Claude Osteen. Here's his card. 20-11 with a 2.64 ERA in 252 innings in 1972. And the Padres will send Randy Jones on short rest. It can't be scripted any better. He also won 20 games in 1975 with a 2.24 ERA. So you should know what to expect by this time, folks. By this point, you should know what to expect. Dodgers, Padres, land of the Yacht Rock. If you like pina coladas and all that fun stuff. You got Jack and Chrissy hanging out at the Regal Beagle, Mrs. Roper is knitting something. And Jack Tripper's doing something crazy too. Okay. Leading off for the Dodgers, it's going to be Davey Lopes. 410, center X. Today, the Padres have Dave Winfield out there. Why? Why not? Doesn't really hurt too much. He's a 4E15. He makes a play. Check this out. 4E16 outfielder makes the catch on his paren. He's an E15. Makes the catch. It's the Dodgers. Bill Russell. 49, short X. Today, it's Enzo. 2E27 at short. Makes the play. Steve Garvey, 4-4 off of Randy Jones. Homer 1-5, double the rest. It's a 2-base hit. And it's Joe Ferguson. 58, skies to right. Bottom of the first. Dave Winfield in the leadoff spot. Why not? You know, like, why not? He was batting 8th all year. Let him lead off. He's a rookie. 35, ball 4. Any opportunity for Enzo Hernandez to hit and run instead of rolling his card, we should take. So he will hit and run. 11 means you have to steal in this situation. And Winfield rolls a 3 and steals second base. The T rating is 4 on Yeager, and he gets it 1-6. So, a botched hit and run, and the C stealer ends up on third base. So Winfield's at third, there's still nobody out, and Enzo will just swing away. 47 off Osteen, short X's will score the run. McKellar's a 3E16. Makes the play. That's an RBI ground out. Unearned run. Dave Roberts, 5'10". This guy's a center. And with 2 outs, Nate Colbert, 35, is a walk. LaRon Lee, 2'9", short. Padres with an early lead. Top of 2. Ron Say, 1-6. Homer, 1-6. Fly ball the rest. And that's Ron Say's uniform number. Unfortunately, that doesn't work in Strat-O-Matic. You got to roll 1-6, not your uniform number. That's a fly ball to left field. Willie Davis, 5'11", walks. He is going to take off on the catcher, and he is going to be out stealing off the -1 number of Mike Ryan. Yeager. We're done with Dodger lineups. We're done with that stuff. We're just flipping cards at this point. It's been 2 years of this nonsense out of this team. They have stepped on black cats who were walking under mirrors and ladders. I mean, they have it all. All the bad things the Dodgers have committed. And they're in this. That's the boat they're in. Steve Yeager with 2 outs. Bouncer to short. This is Enzo. He makes the play. Bottom of 2. It's Jim Fregosi, 69. Single. Ken McMullen, 5'11". Right X. Ferguson's out there today. A 4E2 in right field. This might be the first ball hit to him all year, who I can recall. That's a double. Second and third. If the Dodgers wanted to, they could put all ones in their outfield. But with the lefties on the mound, Buckner and Crawford are on the bench against Randy Jones. Second and third, and it's Cito gassed one. 2-2, pops out. Mike Ryan, saving Mike Ryan, 58, pops a second. Big moment here for Claude of the Steam. It'll be Dave Winfield. 1-7, let's take a look at the Dave Winfield card of 1974. His defense is not very good in 73, 4 or 5. Something to remember. He doesn't become that superstar Gold Glover until 76 and beyond, really. But the stick is certainly here in 74. 20 dingers and a 265 average. 1-7, homer, 1-9, double. And when we look up on the board, that's a 3-run dinger. And the third homer by Winfield in his last 4 at-bats. Padres with a 4-0 lead. Enzo Hernandez. 1-6 is a walk. He's going to take off for second. He steals a base. And Dave Roberts. 49. Triple 1-6 off of the Steen. It's a base hit. Scores the run. Roberts is a beast stealer. Will stay put at first for Nate Colbert. 1-5, Nate Colbert. Let's take a look at Nate. 72, Nate Colbert. Folks, you may have forgotten, but this guy is a legit MVP candidate. Not Padre MVP, which he is. League MVP candidate Nate Colbert is probably leading the National League in homers right now in the carryover league. 1-5, that is gone, and the route is on. 7-zip over the lifeless Dodgers. Jim Fregosi, 2-7, strikes out. Well, now Claude of the Steen simply needs to give his bullpen some innings here in a 7-0 affair. Hasn't quite reached an early point of weakness. Something to watch. But we'll go to the third inning, and it's Randy Jones presented with a 7-0 lead in a series where the Dodgers shut out the Padres in Game 1, 4-0. The Padres are cruising, folks. Jim Beauchamp, 36 is a K. Mick Kelleher, 38 is a K. Davey Lopes, 37 is a base hit. And Bill Russell, 1-6 is a K. Bottom of the third, it's Fregosi. Not Fregosi, he made the last out. No, LeBron Lee made the last out, excuse me. It is Fregosi. 2-8 is double one, base hit. Cito Gaston, 49. Oh, sorry, McMullen, sorry. McMullen, 49. Triple 1-6, that's a single dot. On the quarters for Cito Gaston. 46 is second X. This needs to be something good for Lopes. A 3-12. And it's a double play. Well, it's a run-scoring double play. No RBI given. 8-0 though. And it's Mike Ryan, 68. Single 1-10. Lines out on a 12. How many men have we put on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10. You do it, and we have 8. Not quite broken. Theoretically would have been, but in my league with just 8-man pitching staffs, he has to keep pitching. At least one more inning. 8-zip in the fourth. Garvey with a spoon. 2-2. Short. Joe Ferguson, 2-2. Left. Ron Say, 4-11. Right X. And this is Cito Gaston right. It's a 2-7. Makes the catch. Bottom of the fourth. Maybe we should forget about Claude Osteen, huh? Here's Dave Winfield, and the fans are going bananas for their young player. This is the Dave Winfield Welcome to Major League Baseball moment. In his first time his card's been in the league, and he's dominating a division rival, well, not really a rival, but a division opponent, the LA Dodgers. Pitch to Winfield, 65, pops to short. Enzo, 39, third. And Dave Roberts, 57, pops to first. We go to the fifth. Willie Davis, 2-6, pops to first. Steve Yeager, 2-7, double 1-3, base hit. Jim Beauchamp, 110, base hit. Mick Kelleher, 1-7 to K. And Davey Lopes, 67, pops to second base. Bottom of the fifth. Let's pause a moment for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
All right, we're going to make a pitching change. Basically because the Dodger pitchers need some work anyway. The bullpen does. Frank Lindsay's going to come on in the fifth inning. Lindsay was a decent pitcher for the Brewers in 72. Had a 3.04 ERA in 77 innings. We'll try and get some work in with his team down 8-0. And wouldn't it be a wonderful story if LA came all the way back in this against Randy Jones? Yes, that would be a fantasy. Definite fantasy. Nate Colbert, and the fans are going nuts for this guy too. He is the heart and soul of the San Diego Padres. Pitch to Nate. 67, single 1-6, cannot get it. LeBron Lee, 68, base hit. Jim Fregosi, 36, single 1 of 12, base hit, 2 on for Ken McMullen. 66, base hit, center field, LaRon Lee. He'll hold up at third, 8-0 game. Playing back, Cito Gaston, 1-3. He had the infield up, that's a single. Playing back, you get a 5A+, third A+, and the Dodgers get a huge break, finally. Probably too little, too late. They get a bases-loaded double play with 1 out. And we'll go to the 6th inning. Randy Jones, though, needs very little help. Matter of fact, we may want to think about plugging some defense in for him now. Johnny Grubb, and we'll go in the outfield. You know what? He's going to come in for Fregosi. You don't need him in there. We'll put Winfield at designated hitter. How about that? Vic Harris will come in and play some second base. And that is all the defense we can muster out of the Padres. With 4 innings to go. Bill Russell leads off in the 6th. 47, single 1, 11 off of Randy Jones. Rolls a 12. 1 out. Steve Garvey, 68, pops the first. Joe Ferguson, 67, pops the second base. 8-0. Bottom of the 6th, it's Mike Ryan. I hope you're enjoying this, folks. I think there's not a lot of love to the Yankees and Dodgers on this channel, I've noticed. And, well, this is what you get. Hey, I'm just playing the jukebox, folks. That's all I'm doing. Giving you what you want, right? Mike Ryan, 110, Sky's the center. Winfield at the DH spot, 69, lines the second. And Enzo Hernandez, 55, second C. 2 decent innings for Frank Lindsay in relief. We go to the 7th. It'll be Ron Say. 1-6, homer 1-6, fly ball the rest. This time he got it. He rolled a 10 last time. And just like that, there goes the shutout. Solo shot, Dodgers on the board, 8-1. Willie Davis, 2-6, pops the first. Steve Yeager, 6'10", third X. Third baseman is McMullen at 2E13. And that's an out. And with 2 outs, Jim Beauchamp, 43, left X. LaRon Lee's a 4E8 in left field. Plays it into a single. Mick Kelleher, 36. Struck him out. It is an 8-1 affair. Stretch time in San Diego, land of the yacht rock mix. If you're not quite familiar, you know, most of my background music, I try and pick a musical act associated with the city we're playing in. But in San Diego, we just didn't have a clear choice. So we just went with this mixtape, really. The Yacht Rocks mixtape. It's actually 8 hours long. And, you know, it's got the predictable, you know, stuff like this on it, right? Gary Wright, you know what I mean, right? Yeah, the Dreamweaver, you got it. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 7th inning. Padres, 8-1 affair, and the fans are, they're going bananas. They're camping out tonight. This is like the highlight of the Padre, from 1969 to now, this has got to be the highlight of the Padres. They got this young outfielder, Winfield, coming aboard. Their MVP is Nate Colbert. Randy Jones is on the team. Plenty of holes elsewhere, we understand. But still, fun times anytime you can beat the Dodgers. So, in the 7th, pitching change. The Dodgers will send Barry Lurch out there. 4-6 to the 3.03 ERA in 101 innings in 1972. And he'll face he'll face Vic Harris leading off. 48, pops to short. Nate Colbert, he's got a dinger today. 2-8 is a K. And with 2 outs, LaRon Lee, 6'10", short X. We got Kelleher's a 3.16 at short. makes the play. 8-1 in the 8th. Randy Jones is not going anywhere. It'll be Davey Lopes. 39, single 1 to 11. Can't get it. Roll to 17. Bill Russell, 54. Pops to second base. Steve Garvey, 2/7 a double. Joe Ferguson, 311. Grounds to shortstop, folks. Turn us down a little bit. Bottom of the 8th, 8-1, raucous crowd. This is just too much. I mean, all those other games, the Padres were behind and they were nail biters. This is a runaway. 8-1. I mean, this is a team that's checked out. Dodgers have gone fishing, folks. I don't know what else to tell you. They're going to have one of the worst records in the National League for a second year in a row. They were in last place. Think about that. They were in last place a year ago. Padres weren't. And right now, Padres are in last place. You know, the Dodgers are. Padres could be in second. Dare we say they could win the West? No. We're not going to say that, of course. But who knows, right? Bottom of the 8th. Oh, let's bring Charlie Huff in. What do you say, huh? Give him some work. Charlie Huff will come on in the bottom of the 8th in an 8-1 game. 75, 3-7 with a 2.95 ERA in 61 innings. And he'll face Johnny Grubb. 2-8. Bounce to short. Ken McMullen. 1-8 is a walk. Cito Gaston, 1-8 is a K. And Saving Private Ryan, 2-5 K. We'll go to the 9th inning. Randy Jones, what do you think, folks? Yep, just one run. He's got to go for the complete game. No shutout. But you gotta let him treat the fans to a complete game. In his Cy Young candidacy. Could you imagine if the Padres got, technically Winfield, we call him a rookie because he hasn't been in the league yet. What if the Padres had a Rookie of the Year, the league MVP in Colbert, and a Cy Young winner in Randy Jones? That is ridiculous. That's absurd and ridiculous and not going to happen. But still, it is wild to consider here. As we go to the 9th inning, it'll be Ron Say, Willie Davis, and Steve Yeager here. Say has rolled homer chances twice in this game, hit one of them. Here's the pitch. 34, grounds to short. Willie Davis, 37, skies to center. And Steve Yeager, turn out the lights, fly east to left X. The party is over here. Well, maybe not. LeRon leaves a 48 in left field. Plays into a double. Not quite. LeRon Lee did not get the script, apparently. Jim Beauchamp, 210, fly out of left field. Now LeRon Lee gets the script. Squeezes the final hit in left field. That is the ball game. It is an 8-1 bludgeoning, dare we say. We'll take this right through the box score. The San Diego Padres rip off 4 straight against the hapless. That's a great word. I like hapless, frankly. I think it'll work. So Randy Jones gets to win 8 hits and a run. Solo homer, a walk and 5 strikeouts in a complete game. Huff, a walk and 2 Ks. Barry Lersch, a K. Frank Lindsay, 3 hits. But Claude of the Steen takes the loss. 7 hits, 8 runs. Ooh, ouch. 7 earned. That'll kill your ERA. 3 walks, strikeout. 109, 108, 810, 18, 810, 18, 15, 44, 15. That is game 5. Staggering, folks. But the funny part about it is, as great as this has been, the Dodgers really were not in contention. They seriously weren't. You know, they were. Well, let's look at this. Let's look at this. The standings. Got to open up the one more spreadsheet here. There we go. The Dodgers really weren't in contention. because of the so much talent in the National League Central with the Padres, with the Cubs, and the Big Red Machine, and the Pittsburgh Pirates, plus the Mets, and the Giants. And now it's looking even worse. But the fade, I mean, just the collapse. I mean, just in the humiliating ways to... I mean, it's one thing to lose if you're overmatched. But, yeah, we don't have the whole picture here. I have to add some more games to that. Well, I've got to pause this and fix this spreadsheet because I lost some of the scoring. I will do that shortly and complete this. Give me 1 second. We'll be back shortly. All right, baseball fans, we're back here. Basically, what I did in the glitch was in Excel, I hit a macro after closing out a file that I needed that macro in it, so I had a little bug, but I just fixed it. Anyway, back to where we were. Back to the standings. Remember the Padres were at 500. Well, no more. There's your Padres, folks. You know, smell that? They're sniffing around the playoffs. They're up. Their antennas up. Like I said, they got an MVP candidate. They got a Cy Young candidate. They got a Rookie of the Year candidate. You know, and they're young Padres. They don't know any better. So if everybody's... Look, if everybody up here, right, are going to beat each other up, you know, that opens up the door, you know, for one of these also-rans to sneak in. But a lot more has to happen. Meanwhile, the Dodgers and even the Astros, you'd have to understand, they start playing poorly in the mid-70s, 74, 75, 76 to a degree. Then they turn it on in the late 70s. So this is kind of predictable. But the Dodgers shouldn't be there, and they are. A little further look at the stats for the squads. Let's start with the Dodgers, because that's the big story. Their fall. 10-14, 2.46 average, 3.85 ERA. Ladies and gentlemen, Don Sutton is 1-6 with 6 complete games. Don Sutton's ERA is... Ooh, it's not that. 16 times 9 divided by 70. 2.05 ERA for Don Sutton. 1-6. Absolutely no support whatsoever for this guy. And plus he's getting up a lot of these home runs. 70 innings, 40 hits, 17 walks. What kind of whip is that? That's like a .7 something whip. 56 strikeouts. And only 1 unearned run. So the defense has not really let him down. The offense has. He has gotten no support in most of his games. In that series against the Padres, they won 4-0, and that was his only one of the year. Offensively for the Dodgers, well, Garvey's got 5 home runs and 14 RBI. Good for him. He's sitting around 265 for the MVP of 1974. That's nice. The Padres hitting 257 with a 3.54 ERA. Both those numbers better than the Dodgers. Matter of fact, Dodgers have scored 86 runs and given up 99. Padres have scored 127 runs and given up 120. So net differential favors the Padres as well this year. Randy Jones, he is a 6-game winner with 4 complete games. 6-3, 4 complete games. Now, he's not going to have as low as ERA as Sutton, but he's still going to be good. He's got a 2.95 ERA. All right. And I got to go up to Nate Colbert, folks. Holy smokes. Ladies and gentlemen, in 27 baseball games, Nate Colbert has 13 homers and 38 ribbies, and he's 34 for 112. He's hitting 304. But the 13 and 38, he is pulling a secretariat out there in the National League. Leading the league in homers and RBI at this present time. Holy smokes, folks. Winfield, probably not having it. No, he's not having a Rookie of the Year. He's 21 for 97. That's not going to get a cut. It's not going to cut it. He's got 4 homers on the year, and he had 3 of them against the Dodgers. So, yeah. So, there you go. There's your wrap. Break up the San Diego Padres embarrassing the once proud LA Dodgers 4-1. Thanks for checking this out. We'll see you next time.